Hello my angels, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a lovely week so far. Today I'm going to be doing a Tarot 101 and like a beginner's guide to reading tarot. I thought that could be quite fun, just to give you some tips and how to really just enter that part of divination and spirituality. So yeah, let's get into it. So to start off with, I'm gonna just tell you how to really just start getting into your tarot cards and how to go about that. So what I did when I first started to tarot is I literally just went out, bought myself a deck. I didn't have any intention of really diving deep into tarot like I do now, but the first deck I got is obviously a classic. It's the Rider-Waite Tarot. It's the most common and the most popular tarot deck out there, and it's the easiest to learn purely because there's so much information and books about the Rider-Waite Tarot. It's the classic one, everyone knows the pictures and the cards. So I literally just got my tarot deck. What I suggest is when you buy a tarot deck is to buy it brand new and don't let anyone else buy you a tarot deck. This might be different for other people, but personally I just want to buy myself my own deck that no one else has used or touched, or like taken off the wrapper off, because you always get a plastic wrap around them. So always try buy them brand new, just so that they're filled with only your energy and you can just really connect with them without having anyone's past energy on them. But if you were to buy secondhand from Vinted, eBay or whatever, just double check that the plastic wrap is still over the cards. Or just simply ask the seller, because I have bought 2 tarot decks from eBay and they both still had the plastic wrap over them. But if you just wanted to buy them, just make sure you cleanse your cards, keep them in a little box and really just cleanse them and just leave them be for a little bit. So yeah, once you've done that, once you get your cards, don't bother reading them for a little while, just because it's really intimidating and it might really stress you out. Because I tried doing that at first, and then I started researching and people just said carry them around with you, have them under your pillow next to your bed. So that's what I did. I did that for a few weeks, or just do it for however long you feel you need to do it for. Just because it is really intimidating when you look at a tarot card and you look at how many cards there are, how many meanings, how many different numbers. It's a lot. So just carry them with you, put them in your bag, put them on your desk, under your pillow, wherever you go, just take them with you, so you really have time to bond with them. Again, you don't need to look at them, just carry the box around. And once you feel you're comfortable, what I did and what's really important is just start flicking through your cards and to have a little notebook and write down what you see on each card. This is how a lot of people learn, this is how I learn. So just look at a card and just describe what you see, describe the colours, what direction they're looking in, the expression on the character's face, what they're wearing, the scenery, the background, everything. Just really pinpoint little things in each tarot card, and that will really help, and it will really get your mind flowing with ideas and creativity as well. That's what I did. So just one word, or you can really go into detail with your description of each tarot card, and that's really good because you're using your own brain at first instead of relying to books straight away, which is really good. And you'd actually never know, because you could be right most of the time, because a lot of the time when you're reading tarot cards, not only are you getting energy from the cards, which helps get the meaning of the cards, but you're also just describing the picture, which is another thing that the cards mean, because if it wasn't for the picture they wouldn't mean anything. So really just flick through your cards, see what they look like, see what's happening, and that's a really good start. Amazing. So in a tarot deck, can I just go into little bits of information? Feel free to write it down because I talk a lot. So in a classic tarot deck, there are 78 cards. So you have 56 minor arcana and 22 major arcana. So your major arcana is like your sun, your moon, the Empress, the Hermit, Death, all those cards. They're the easiest cards to learn. And then you have your minor arcana, which takes up most of the tarot deck, which is your Page, Knight, King, Queen, and then your Cups, Swords, Wands and Pentacle cards, and also your Ace through 10. They're definitely a lot more difficult to decipher and to break down and to learn. So I would start with the major arcana because those are your classic cards. They're really, really easy to learn. So what I did is I made a, let me find it, tarot cheat sheet. This is in my old grimoire. So I had each of the major arcana cards with their numbers here in the order. And then I put, I know it's really reversed on here, but then I put one word for each card for what it means. Just one word or one or two words, just to make it really easy and really quick to learn. Just really keep reading this over and over again. It's also really good to kind of test yourself. Like, I would write this down, I'd read it a few times, really just stare at it and really just get the information in my brain. And then, oh, that's my water. And then I would flick through my tarot cards and see what card I get. Only the major arcana, just take out your minor arcana cards. Your minor arcana will be cards like this, with a little number, nothing at the bottom. And ones like this. So when it has a number and then a pentacle, you know, these are your minor arcana, and this is your main major arcana. So take out all your minor arcana cards and just learn with your major. Pick a random card and just see if you can really remember that meaning. And just give yourself like a little test. It makes it quite fun, and it also makes it really, really easy to learn. But again, while also describing what you see at the same time. So yeah, just really look at your card in detail and see little things in the cards that might not jump out straight away, like a little rose or a dog or a cliff or an outfit, and just really pinpoint those little things and write them down. So that's what I really suggest doing. A cheat sheet will be your best friend. And it just makes it a lot easier to learn those cards. So when it comes to your minor arcana, that's when it gets really tricky. I think I have one in here. I have a little minor arcana cheat sheet here. I hope that's focusing, yeah. Because your cups, wands, pentacles and swords all have different meanings, and so do your Ace through 10 numbers have different meanings, and then your Page, Knight, Queen, King all have different meanings. And when those different areas come together, they will all create one meaning. So if you have a Page of Cups or a Three of Wands, they're all going to mean different things, which I can go into in another video. If you really wanted me to do an in-depth tarot video, like different spreads and the meanings of all the cards, please let me know. This is just kind of a little how to get into tarot and how to start out your tarot journey video. So I hope if any of you enjoy this, please let me know and I will do a more in-depth tarot video. But again, write them down, have them side by side in your journal or notebook. Just really revise over them when you're in bed or traveling somewhere where you have a bit of free time. Just really look over those meanings and those cards. And once you've done that, once you feel quite comfortable with your tarot cards, maybe do a little reading for yourself. It doesn't have to be anything serious. You could literally just give yourself a 3-card spread. It could be a past, present, future, or just 2 cards to represent a situation and then 1 card for a resolution. I feel like my words just aren't wording today. I don't know what words I'm saying, but you get what I mean. Just do yourself a little reading, see what cards you get, and just log that reading down. And what I did a lot is I gave myself a reading each day and just really noted down the meanings. And it's really good to look over because you get to see your progress with your tarot cards as well, and your learning and your meanings of the cards, and you can really look back at that. And then instead of referring to books, it's good to refer back to your own readings and your own meanings of the cards. And once you've done that, once you feel really settled with reading for yourself, what I suggest is getting someone that you're really close with. It could be a family member, a friend, or a boyfriend or girlfriend, and just do a little reading for them. Again, it doesn't have to be anything serious. It could literally just be them picking their own cards, and you just, instead of going to a book, you just thinking what those cards mean. Just look at those cards. You can take your time, there's no rush. Just try and remember those words that you wrote down, or just to really just look at the card and just create a story with them, because at the end of the day, a tarot card is nothing without its picture. You are literally just going to describe the picture, and it's the easiest way to learn. If you have a few cards, just create a story that you think really suits those cards. It doesn't have to be right. It doesn't have to relate to the person you're reading for at all. It could just be a little learning curve. Again, note those readings down. And also, watching YouTube videos really helps. If you watch readings on YouTube, it's really good to see how people do their readings, to give you a bit more confidence and a lot more ideas for when you go to read for someone or read for yourself. That's what I did. But I barely read for myself anymore. I don't know if anyone's like that, that reads tarot. I mainly read for other people now. I give myself a reading maybe once a month. That's all I really do now. But I prefer reading for other people. Amazing. So what I'm going to do now is just going to show you a book that I really liked when I started tarot. It's just the Tarot for Beginners. It's a really self-explanatory book, but it's the best one I use. When you get a tarot deck, they will normally come with a tiny little pocket guide. I prefer reading this instead of the little pocket guide. I feel like they don't give too much information, and it's not always right. I don't know, I haven't used one for a while, but I normally go to the book because the book has a lot of information. It goes more in depth with the card meanings. It also gives you different spreads as well, and it starts off with the basics, so it's not just the meanings of the cards, it actually just gives you a whole rundown of the different tarot decks, the history of tarot, different reading spreads you can do. It has a bunch of information in it. It's really good. It's by Barbara Moore and it's Tarot for Beginners. This is a really, really good book. I really suggest it. It made it really easy for me to learn as well. Also, like I said, cheat sheets. This is one that I just printed out. It's just got a little bit of information on each section. And then write stuff down in your journals, what I suggested. Really good, really easy to take around with you and just to have next to your bed and just to look over when you're a bit bored. Also, when you get a lot more confident with tarot, this is a beautiful book. It's my Tarot Almanac. My boyfriend got me this for Christmas and I love her so much. She's so beautiful. Look at her, purple. So it's a seasonal guide to divining with your cards. This is a lot more in depth. It really goes into the cards and the different seasons in the year, and the different months. So once you really, really feel comfortable and confident with your tarot cards, and you want to go more in depth with them and learn more about them, I really suggest the Tarot Almanac. It's by Bess Matassa. This is a really good book, and it also has little bits that you can fill in, which I haven't done yet. I've not done all of them, but it has little questions and it really just gets your brain thinking about your cards again. So yeah, also another thing, you don't need to do this, But when I started tarot reading, I'd done an online course, which was really, really good. It was a lot of fun. I think it was about £15, but it's quite a long and in-depth course online. It really goes into the history of tarot, like hundreds and hundreds of years back in different cultures and different countries. And it gives you a rundown of all the major arcana meanings and the minor arcana readings. And just literally any bit of information you can think of to do with tarot, it covered. It had quite a lot of modules, and you could do like a test or an essay at the end of each one to really just get your brain thinking and to make sure you kind of understood what you learned. I really enjoyed it. It took me about 3 months. It was a long course, but honestly, after that's when I felt really comfortable to do readings for other people. Before I did my course, I was learning myself for about a year, but after that I felt really confident. So yeah, thank you so much, my angels. I really hope you enjoyed. Just let me know if you want another video, a more in-depth video. But yeah, thank you so much.